His name is Strickland, but the professional wrestling world knows him as Swerve Strickland. He didn't come from the system. He outworked it, from Tacoma, Washington, to military discipline, to the gritty indie grind. He wasn't chasing fame. He was crafting a legacy. He was forged from scratch. So no one can take credit for who he's become. He's built everything from the ground up. And no, that's not me saying he's self-made. I don't believe anyone's self-made. To grow, you're always going to need people around you. People who lift you up. People who open doors. People who push you past your limits. And sometimes, it's just you putting in the work, sharpening your craft, day after day. But when it comes to Swerve, you can tell he's been putting in the work. And his confidence, it continues to level up. WWE was supposed to be the dream, and Swerve showed up ready. He stayed open-minded, played the game, did the work. He was eventually rewarded a title in NXT, but after that, it felt like there was no real plan for him. No matter what he gave, it was never enough. He continued to be held back. They didn't see the innovator, the leader, the brand. They saw a role, a space to fill, and eventually, they let him go.
Sean is the only one out of all those coaches that could really teach you how to be a top main event star. That's the only one there. So I'm like, that's who I need to get with. Why can't I get with him? I got pulled in to have a conversation with Matt Bloom. I tweeted something earlier in the week. It was like invaluable. I'm like something like that, invaluable or some shit like that. But I was getting pulled in there with Kane and Seaman to do my promotion. I'm like, so they were like, oh, you're here, just right here, just getting your promotion, going up in pay, all that. He's like, but I want to ask you, why'd you tweet that? Why would you feel like, this or whatever? I'm like, because that's how I fucking feel. Like, I'm not hiding my feelings about it. I know what I'm worth. I know what my value is. And I feel like y'all are kind of holding me back from reaching that. And I only got like another year and a half here. Till my contract's up. He's like, what does that mean? I was like, it means exactly what I mean. Like, I have a year and a half for y'all to like do something with me of merit, and then I'm loose, and then I'm let loose. And by that time, AEW already started. So we're going back and forth on Wednesday nights. So
but here's the twist. Not long after they cut him, WWE wanted him to come back. But Swerve, he said no, because once you realize your worth, you stop shrinking to fit inside small spaces. He was done being part of the show. It was time to build the show around him. He was ready to move on. AEW Revolution 2022, Orlando, Florida. I was living out there at the time. I was in the building. And when Swerve debuted, it hit different. It didn't feel like an introduction. It felt like a warning. Looking back now, that was just the start. The growth from that night to now is insane. As a performer, as a character, as a brand, he leveled up across the board. And the thing is, AEW didn't hand Swerve anything. He climbed up the long way. Eventually, he teamed up with Keith Lee and won tag team gold. But deep down, he wasn't built to share the spotlight. He was built to create one. The moment he stepped out on his own, you saw it. He wasn't chasing a push. He was the pressure. Then came the face-off with Hangman Adam Page. He was the one AEW chose to be the guy. But Swerve saw an opportunity and saw him getting too comfortable with his current direction in the company. So he decided it was time to take his spot. Swerve looked at him dead in the eye and said,
if I would have got the opportunities that you've gotten a year ago, I'd be the first black AEW world champion by now.
That was a statement. That was a line that split the timeline. He wanted to make history. He was ready to make a name for himself. It kicked off one of the most compelling rivalries in modern wrestling. Whether it's on the mic, backstage, or inside the ring, these two have continued to elevate each other. It was always deeper than titles, deeper than wins. It was about legacy. And the story's still evolving. They continue to add layers, twists, history, emotion. And one day, all that's going to build towards mutual respect. Two warriors who made each other better. AEW Dynasty 2024. Swerve made history. The first black AEW World Champion. Proof that grit, vision, and patience can rewrite the script. He wasn't crowned. He claimed it. And that title, it meant something different in his hands. And as he continues his journey today, even without the belt, Swerve still leads. He carries the brand. He reps AEW in every interview. Bridges wrestling with music, culture, and real-world energy. He's not just performing. He's expanding the reach of the company. He's building bridges where there were none before. That's bigger than one reign. That's legacy. Swerve Strickland has already made his mark, and he's not done yet. He's shifting what it means to be a top guy, what it means to be a leader in this space. Not just in the ring, but in the culture. This is the new blueprint. And if you're paying attention, you see it clearly now. Take control or be controlled.